543 excitement's building as Cedar Point's getting ready to unveil its brand new ride, the Steel Vengeance, when the park opens next month.
7 Action News reporter Matthew Smith is live this morning in Sandusky, Ohio, with a sneak peek of the new roller coaster. Matt, plum assignment.
Yeah, you know, Keenan, I'm smiling now because what you don't know is I'm always terrified of that first drop in Steel Vengeance. Obviously, I've never ridden it because people are getting the chance to ride it for the very first time today. It's all new, 74 miles an hour. You're going to flip upside down 4 times. And we've got 2 guys here, Andrew and Danny. They came in early. Now, how many times a year do you come here?
I come about 7 or 8 times a year from Chicago.
From Chicago. So more times, more often, I'm closer. That makes me really wussy when it comes to these rides. And Danny, how often do you come?
Well, I live in eastern New York, so I'm about 8 hours away, but I try and get here 1 or 2 times a year every year.
So we've got the official roller coaster enthusiast. So you guys just got off it. I mean, first initial reaction, you get off that. This is, I know it's originally built on the Mean Streak, but this doesn't feel like it was what I'm hearing.
No, Mean Streak was a lot rougher. This one is super smooth, super fast, and the ride just does not let up at all.
What is your absolute favorite part of it?
I mean, it's, you know, this ride has had so much anticipation, and it's like the first half of it would be one of the best roller coasters in the world, and then you've got the best roller coaster in the world on the second half of it, and you've put it together in one ride. It just doesn't stop. You think it's going to end. It's like, we're coming to the end, we're coming to the end, and it just keeps going.
What I love about it is so long. I mean, usually you have this big build-up, you wait in the line. I mean, today you guys don't have to wait in line. That's pretty cool. But come May 5th, we open up the park, all these people. This is one that's worth the wait, is what I'm hearing.
Absolutely, definitely worth the wait. You know, we've been waiting for this one for a very long time, and it definitely paid off for Cedar Point.
All right, and 74 miles an hour. Do you think it still needs to go a little faster?
I'll tell you what, it's fast, but it maintains its speed all the way through, and that's the impressive part. You know, it doesn't take much to build a fast roller coaster. It takes a lot to get one that goes fast for a very long time, and that's what this one does.
All right, I'm guessing you guys are riding again. I appreciate you guys for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
We're going to be taking you on the ride live a little bit later in the day, but one of the coolest things about this ride, guys, is the air time that it gets. Almost 30 seconds where you're actually going to feel yourself pulling out of the chair. About a 1.5-minute long ride. This is going to be a blast. We'll make sure that we take you behind the scenes. I know you've been looking at the video in the corner. Just wait till you see my terrified face a little bit later this morning. For now, we're live in Sandusky, Ohio. I'm Matthew Smith. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Are you going to scream like a little girl, Matt, you think? Predictions?
You are going to wonder what I'm screaming like. You're going to be like, no. Little girls screaming are stronger and tougher than Matt. But hey, you know what? It's for fun.
Maybe a wet cat.
You're supposed to say no, I would never. And we'll take your word for it.
And we're just a month away from Cedar Point opening its doors.
And when the park opens, fans will be able to check out a brand new roller coaster. It's called Steel Vengeance.
7 Action News reporter Matthew Smith is live in Sandusky, Ohio, with the sneak peek of this new roller coaster. Oh my gosh, are you nervous?
I'm getting nervous, but if you pull out here, you'll notice, actually, I'm just testing the ride. I was looking for an excuse not to ride it. In fact, they have this right here. I think I'm a little too short. Shucks, guys, we got to leave Sandusky. I'm sorry. Hey, cool thing is, though, this ride, it's going to be all new. It's bigger, it's better, it's badder. And the best thing, when we hear from people that are coming off this thing, you can see it on your screen right now. They say it's so smooth. You know, this thing was built on the bones of Mean Streak, but it is completely all new ride. And that's what people are really raving about here right now. The difference between these 2 rides. Not only do you get that speed of 74 miles an hour, not only do you get the turns and the flips inside, but you're also getting just a different feel because the ride itself completely different. You're looking right now on your screen, the split screen of what the ride used to look like and what it looks like now. And you can see how Cedar Point is always trying to push the envelope and give you that new look, that new feel, just to kind of try to make that experience that much better. Now, I can tell you guys right now that I don't always like that first drop, but I'm getting excited right now because everyone that's coming off has the biggest smiles on their faces. We'll take you on the coaster coming up a little bit later on our show. For now, we're live in Sandusky. I'm Matthew Smith, 7 Action News.
Well, I'm nervous for you, Matt.
We are. Can't wait to see this. So, the Matt view. All right, good deal. We'll check in with you in just a little bit.
Cedar Point's new roller coaster is up and running this morning for a media preview day.
Our Matthew Smith just rode Steel Vengeance, so we want to check in with him to see how was it, Matt?
All right, so my mouth was wide open because I was in awe the whole time, so I've got cotton mouth. So I got Scott back with me here.
There were a few screams there. There was some laughing, but there was a couple screams as well.
You know what I noticed? The airlessness. When you say that you get that lift for 30 seconds, it feels like you never sit in your seat.
You really don't on this ride. You are up and down consistently throughout the ride, and that's what makes Steel Vengeance so special, is that there's more airtime on this roller coaster, and that's what a lot of enthusiasts like these guys actually crave, is kind of that weightless-like feeling.
And you just gotta love the idea. I mean, people who've been to Cedar Point, we have a lot of people in Detroit area that have been on these rides many times. This is nothing like the old Mean Streak. I mean, this is a complete rebuild. It may look like the same when you see the wood coming up, but you get on it, this is a 180 different degree direction here.
It is that phenomenal classic wooden structure that everybody enjoys and that they appreciate, but at the same time, this ride is totally different. We've never seen anything like it before.
All right, hey, we gotta get going and talk to you guys a little bit later, but we're gonna enjoy ourselves and let these guys take the next ride. But I gotta tell you, I'm gonna be going to work on my hair because it's a little out of control after 74 miles. We'll see you guys in just a little bit. Oh, this is the biggest coaster, but it is the biggest hybrid, and it is a 90-degree drop, and I'm gonna try to switch.
Straight down. All right, we are at the top. Hands up, man. Here we go.
This is it, guys. This is it. This is, oh my goodness. Good Lord, no.
Oh my gosh.
This is it. Now you can't.
Now.
Oh, the hard part, guys, we're only halfway done. It's still gonna go. And again! In a second. In a second, I gotta put my hands up because that freaks me out. That freaks me out. Hands up. Wow. Oh my goodness!
This is so smooth. This is the smoothest. It's so smooth. Glossy smooth.
Yes.
Glossy smooth. Wow.
Guys, I don't know.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Oh my goodness! How did it feel?
This is going to be the coaster of the year easily. Coaster of the year.
Guys,
it's glossy smooth.
I know that you guys are probably freaking out what it looks like back there, but I gotta tell you, it is so smooth.
Smooth.
The whole time, it's just like you're lifting out of your chair. You don't even care. It's just so fun. I got tears. Actual tears. They're not scared tears though. They're tears of happiness.
No, that's impressive. It's hard to impress me with coasters. That's impressive.
The yelling gets you too. I got cotton mouth.
You're at Cedar Point. Come here, I just want you to take your seat. Buckle your seatbelt.
Oh, I love these. I love roller coasters. You can't build them big enough.
But do not pull down on the
Hey,
high bar.
pencil me in for next year, by the way, guys. They're building more, right?
For you.
Hey, it was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. May 5th, come on out.
All right, how about some fun now? It's bigger, it's badder, and smoother than any coaster you've ever taken a ride on. Today, we got a sneak peek of Cedar Point's new record-breaking ride. It's called Steel Vengeance. The Now Detroit's Matthew Smith was brave enough and got a chance to take a test ride.
May 5th, that's the day to remember. That's when Cedar Point is back open. But right now, we want to take you on a special sneak peek of Steel Vengeance. From the second you get on this thing, you know it's different. Sure, it looks like an old school wooden roller coaster, but by the first drop, you can tell this one is different. Let's tuck the video back so you can see the full ride, and let's talk coaster too. From far back, this looks familiar. Yes, Steel Vengeance is built on the bones, so to speak, of a ride recently evicted from this space.
We don't mention the name of it anymore because it's dead to us.
Don't worry, I will. It's the old Mean Streak. But gone is that shaky, back-rattling nature of the ride. And this ride, it's bigger than ever.
It's a Frankenstein kind of project. We took an old ride that was not the most welcomed experience, I guess you could say, and turned it into a dynamic, fun, world record breaking thrill ride.
So I've been sitting on a secret for a long time. That's been tough.
You sat on this secret? You knew it was coming.
It was so painful. Oh my God.
Ann Irvine may be from Ann Arbor, but this place, Cedar Point, has been a second home since she and her husband's company began the inner workings of this new coaster. Clearly, I enjoyed it, but she was the first to ever ride it months ago. And you just have to wonder, what's it feel like for her?
I will never forget the moment of coming over the lift and looking out and going, it's here. This is finally the moment we've been waiting for, when this was just words on paper to now this and watching it come alive. This is truly a new #1. This is the coaster of the decade.
Okay. What do you guys think?
All right, guys, it truly was a blast. And if you want to ride it May 5th, again, that's the date to remember when Cedar Point is going to be open to the public. We got more information at WXYZ.com. For the Now Detroit, I'm Matthew Smith.